I think that our neighborhood, our house, has moved.
2026 isn't just another big year for science fiction, it's shaping up to be the year the genre completely takes over the big screen. With visionary filmmakers, beloved franchises making their return, bold original stories, and breathtaking new worlds, this year's lineup is packed with the kind of movies that could redefine modern sci-fi. From emotionally charged tales of artificial intelligence and haunting psychological thrillers to cyberpunk dystopias, prehistoric survival adventures, post-apocalyptic epics, and superhero spectacles, there's something here for every kind of sci-fi fan. In today's countdown, we're ranking the 12 biggest and most anticipated sci-fi movies of 2026. These are the films with the potential to dominate the box office, push the boundaries of imagination, and deliver the kind of unforgettable cinematic experiences that remind us why science fiction continues to captivate audiences around the world. Kicking things off at number 12 is Klara and the Sun. The film takes place in a beautifully imagined future where wealthy families purchase lifelike, solar-powered artificial friends to provide companionship for their genetically enhanced children. At the heart of the story is Klara, a gentle, intelligent, and remarkably observant robot who patiently waits in a store, hoping that one day the right family will choose her. When she is finally welcomed into the home of a family whose young daughter is battling a life-threatening illness, Klara is drawn into an emotional journey that reveals the beauty and heartbreak of human life. As she quietly watches the family's struggles unfold, she witnesses love, sacrifice, grief, and the extraordinary lengths people will go to for those they cherish. Rather than relying on explosive action or spectacular visual effects, Klara and the Sun delivers a thoughtful and deeply moving science fiction story that captivates with its emotion and powerful ideas. The film explores profound questions about love, faith, consciousness, and what it truly means to be human, making every quiet moment feel just as impactful as any blockbuster spectacle. With Taika Waititi bringing Kazuo Ishiguro's acclaimed novel to the screen and Jenna Ortega leading one of the year's most anticipated performances, Klara and the Sun has all the ingredients to become one of the most beautiful, thought-provoking, and emotionally unforgettable science fiction films of 2026. Number 11, The Last House. What would you do if you woke up one morning and discovered that your home had become your prison? That is the terrifying premise behind The Last House. An ordinary suburban family wakes to find that every door and window has been mysteriously sealed shut by an unknown force, leaving them completely cut off from the outside world. As their food and supplies begin to dwindle, panic starts to take hold. At the same time, an unexplained threat appears to be lurking beyond the walls, and perhaps even inside the house itself. With nowhere to run and no one coming to help, the family is forced to confront not only the terrifying mystery surrounding them, but also the buried secrets, broken relationships, and painful truths that could destroy them from within before the danger outside ever does. The Last House takes the comforting idea of home and turns it into a nerve-shredding nightmare. Every room becomes more claustrophobic, every sound raises suspicion, and every passing day pushes the family closer to the edge. Blending psychological tension with an intriguing science fiction mystery, the film keeps you questioning what is real until the very end. If you enjoy survival thrillers packed with suspense, shocking twists, and an unsettling atmosphere that refuses to let go, this is one Netflix release you should definitely add to your watch list.
We can't help you. I'm sorry.
Hide.
Number 10, Hotspot. Set in a haunting near future where society is ruled by an all-powerful sentient artificial intelligence, Hotspot follows a private investigator who is assigned to solve a mysterious murder at a refugee center. What begins as a straightforward investigation quickly turns into something far more dangerous when he uncovers evidence of a growing rebellion that has the potential to overthrow the digital regime controlling every aspect of society. As he follows the trail deeper into the conspiracy, he begins to question not only the world around him but also his own identity, while the line between reality and illusion becomes increasingly difficult to separate. With Noomi Rapace delivering a gripping performance, the film fully embraces its dark, neon-soaked cyberpunk atmosphere and keeps the tension building from beginning to end. More than just a murder mystery, Hotspot is a stylish and thought-provoking science fiction thriller that explores artificial intelligence, surveillance, identity, and the price of resisting a machine-controlled world. If you are captivated by the breathtaking visuals of Blade Runner 2049 or the ambitious ideas explored in The Creator, this is another cyberpunk adventure that deserves a spot on your watch list. With its striking world-building, unsettling atmosphere, and mind-bending twists, Hotspot looks set to be one of the most intriguing sci-fi thrillers of the year. Number 9, KillCode. KillCode imagines a world in which a powerful corporation seizes control of the prison system and makes a shocking decision. It turns the city's most dangerous criminals into its newest law enforcement officers. What begins as a desperate attempt to restore order quickly descends into chaos as corruption spreads, violence spirals out of control, and the line between criminal and protector completely disappears. In a city where justice is bought and sold, survival depends on knowing who to trust, and that becomes almost impossible. Packed with explosive action, brutal fight sequences, and a gritty cyberpunk atmosphere, KillCode is more than just an adrenaline-fueled thrill ride. Beneath its relentless pace lies a timely story about corporate greed, privatized justice, and the dangerous consequences of handing too much power to those driven by profit instead of principle. If you enjoyed the hard-hitting action of Judge Dredd or the dystopian intensity of Escape from New York, this is one sci-fi action film that deserves a place on your watch list. Number 8, Verity. Number 7, Her Private Hell. Set in a haunting futuristic city that is slowly being swallowed by a mysterious and deadly supernatural mist, Her Private Hell follows a troubled young woman determined to uncover the truth behind her father's disappearance. Her search soon intersects with that of an American soldier who is desperately trying to rescue his abducted daughter, and together they are pulled into an increasingly surreal nightmare where reality begins to dissolve. As they venture deeper into the city, they must navigate terrifying landscapes, confront their deepest fears, and survive a world where loneliness, grief, and horror seem to have taken physical form. Directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, Her Private Hell promises to be as mesmerizing as it is unsettling. The film blends breathtaking visuals with dreamlike storytelling and slow-burning emotional intensity, creating an experience that feels more like a haunting fever dream than a conventional thriller. Number 6, The End of Oak Street. Imagine waking up to discover that your entire neighborhood has vanished from the modern world and been dropped into a prehistoric wilderness. That is the incredible premise behind The End of Oak Street. After a mysterious cosmic event tears an ordinary suburban street from reality, the Platt family suddenly finds themselves surrounded by a brutal landscape filled with towering prehistoric creatures and countless unknown dangers. With no way home and no idea why they were taken, they must learn to survive in a world where every decision could mean the difference between life and death. As the family battles terrifying predators and the unforgiving wilderness, they are also forced to confront their own fears, differences, and the emotional strain of fighting for survival together. Directed by the filmmaker behind It Follows, The End of Oak Street blends an unforgettable high-concept science fiction premise with gripping suspense and genuine emotional depth. If you enjoy survival stories with relentless tension, mysterious world building, and spectacular creature encounters, this is one sci-fi adventure that deserves a place on your watch list.
God's not gonna let us die here.
Greg, you only go to church at Christmas and now you're telling the kids God's looking out for us?
Number 5, Onslaught. When a squad of genetically engineered super soldiers escapes from a top-secret military facility hidden deep in the desert, a routine mission quickly turns into a desperate fight for survival. At the center of the chaos is an elite army sniper who is forced to use every skill she has to protect her young daughter from a group of unstoppable killing machines that were never meant to see the outside world. As the soldiers leave a trail of destruction in their wake, the odds of survival grow slimmer, and every confrontation becomes more brutal than the last. Blending explosive action with nerve-wracking horror, Onslaught looks like a relentless thrill ride from beginning to end. Directed by Adam Wingard for A24, the film combines pulse-pounding action, intense suspense, and terrifying genetically enhanced enemies into a high-stakes battle where no one is truly safe. If you're a fan of action-packed sci-fi with terrifying monsters, brutal combat, and edge-of-your-seat tension, this is one of the year's most exciting genre releases. With Adria Arjona leading the cast, Onslaught has all the ingredients to become a standout sci-fi action thriller that you'll want to experience on the biggest screen possible. Number 4. The Outer Threat. Everything changes for astrophysicists Daniel and Michelle after they make a discovery that could completely transform humanity's understanding of life beyond Earth. Before they have a chance to reveal the truth, they are forced to flee with their family as a mysterious and relentless pursuer begins hunting them across the countryside. With every mile they travel, the danger grows more intense, paranoia begins to take hold, and trust becomes increasingly difficult. As the mystery deepens, they are left wondering whether the greatest threat comes from the extraordinary discovery they have made, or from the people determined to keep it hidden at any cost. The Outer Threat is more than just a tense chase thriller. It is an intelligent science fiction story that combines emotional family drama with gripping suspense and fascinating scientific ideas about humanity's place in the universe. Every new revelation raises the stakes while keeping you guessing about who can truly be trusted. If you were captivated by the emotional depth of Arrival or the awe-inspiring mystery of Contact, this film should be high on your watch list. With its compelling premise, suspenseful pacing, and thought-provoking themes, The Outer Threat has all the ingredients to become one of the year's most memorable sci-fi thrillers. Number 3. Resident Evil. What begins as an ordinary medical delivery quickly turns into a nightmare when a courier finds himself trapped in the middle of a catastrophic viral outbreak. Within hours, the city descends into chaos as mutated creatures roam the streets, infected survivors fight to stay alive, and every corner hides a new nightmare. Cut off from safety and surrounded by relentless danger, he must battle his way through the collapsing city while searching for a way to escape before the infection consumes everything in its path. Set within the infamous world of Raccoon City, this new story promises relentless suspense, brutal survival, and plenty of terrifying surprises for both longtime fans and newcomers alike. Directed by Zach Kreger, the filmmaker behind Barbarian, this reboot aims to capture the terrifying atmosphere that made the game such a global phenomenon, while delivering a fresh and suspenseful cinematic experience. Rather than relying solely on action, the film looks set to embrace genuine horror, nail-biting tension, and the constant feeling that no one is ever truly safe. If you've been waiting for a Resident Evil movie that stays true to the franchise's survival horror roots while still feeling fresh and unpredictable, this could finally be the adaptation fans have been hoping for. Number 2. The Dog Stars. After a devastating global pandemic wipes out most of humanity, former pilot Hig lives a quiet and isolated existence at a small, abandoned airport with his fiercely protective companion Bangley. Together, they have managed to survive in a world where hope has become as scarce as food and fuel. But everything changes when Hig intercepts a mysterious radio transmission that suggests other survivors may still be out there. Refusing to ignore the possibility that humanity still has a future, he sets out on a dangerous journey across a broken and unforgiving landscape, where every mile brings new dangers, heartbreaking discoveries, and a renewed reason to keep fighting. More than just another post-apocalyptic survival story, The Dog Stars is a deeply emotional science fiction adventure about loss, resilience, and the enduring power of hope. Directed by Ridley Scott, the film combines breathtaking visuals with intimate storytelling to create a journey that is as emotionally powerful as it is suspenseful. If you enjoyed the quiet humanity of the road or the emotional depth of Finch, this is a film that deserves your attention.
I was kissing my wife, playing with my dog, wondering every day how I got so lucky. There's a new bunch in town. They're going after everything that's left.
Finally, taking the number 1 spot is Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
What the?
Dr. Banner, you found a way to suppress mutating DNA, right?
It appears we're faced with a threat we can't control. One we can't even see.
Yo, Spider-Man, you okay? Did you get rid of that monster inside you?
Think I might go see how MJ's doing.
After the emotional events of Spider-Man No Way Home, Peter Parker finds himself facing a future unlike anything he has ever experienced. With the entire world forgetting that he is Spider-Man, Peter is forced to shoulder the weight of being a hero completely alone. Gone are the friends who once stood by his side, and the life he fought so hard to protect. As loneliness begins to consume him and the endless burden of responsibility pushes him to his limits, Peter must face a dangerous new enemy while discovering that becoming a hero is only the beginning of his greatest challenge. At the same time, mysterious changes to his abilities force him to adapt, making every battle more unpredictable than ever before. Spider-Man, Brand New Day looks poised to deliver everything fans could want from a Spider-Man adventure. Alongside breathtaking action, spectacular web-slinging, and jaw-dropping MCU spectacle, the film promises a more personal and emotionally driven story that explores Peter's resilience, sacrifice, and determination in exciting new ways. With a brand new suit, evolving powers, and some of the highest emotional stakes the character has ever faced, this has all the makings of one of the biggest superhero events of 2026. Whether you're a lifelong Marvel fan or simply love epic sci-fi adventures, this is one movie you definitely won't want to miss when it swings into theaters on July 31st, 2026. Well, there you have it. If you enjoyed this countdown and want more sci-fi movies, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the squad.